Hi guys, thanks for joining me. Today I want to give you an update of the July, what's going on in the greenhouse now that it's July. We're at the end of July and I'm really excited about how much I am making use of the space that I have here in the greenhouse. Once again, I'm growing in a 10 by 10 DIY greenhouse. It's my second summer growing in the greenhouse, and this year I'm making more effective use of the space that I have in the greenhouse. In early spring, when we kick-started the growing season, I had my cole crops in here. Check out my May greenhouse tour video. I will put a link in the description box to show you what we were able to harvest in the first week of May from the greenhouse. Now that we are getting ready for our summer harvest, I want to show you how things are coming along and what we're excited about and what we're really thinking twice about next year. So stay with me and let me get into the greenhouse tour for July. Let me start the tour by kind of giving you a little view of the greenhouse, what I have in here, and the space and how I grow before I get into what we're growing. So I do grow in a kind of U-shape pattern. So this is the first end of the greenhouse. That's the door right there. And I'm going to go all the way down to the back, and that's the back of the greenhouse. Then I go across. And then I am coming up here. At this end of the greenhouse, I have a couple eggplant trees, and I have my first eggplant here growing. Really excited. My first time growing eggplants. Then behind the eggplant, I have tomatoes. This tomato is a self-sown seed. It came back from last year where I was growing tomato in this area, so that's a seed from last year. Even this plant is from last year. At the back there, I planted about 5 tomato trees. Lots and lots of tomato. I did try to trim them up, but some are growing out of control. To be honest with you, they're getting away. I have a lovely bunch there coming along, so I'm hoping to get that one to ripen. This year I'm growing about 4 or 5 varieties of peppers. I have Jamaican Scotch bonnet peppers. I have growing two variety of bell peppers. I have chili, New Mexico chili, and I have an Italian gusto pepper. So really trying my hands at pepper this year. But I should say that I am really excited and happy with what's going on with the peppers so far. They're coming along lovely. I did go ahead and planted some basil inside here to grow with the tomatoes. Companion plant with the tomatoes and the peppers. At this end, let me show you the size pepper that I have here. Alright. So moving along, I have oregano here. I have lots of marigolds growing in here. Beside here, more peppers. This seems like a chili pepper, I think. I have 2 okra plants growing in here, and I'm so sorry that I didn't planted more okra inside here, because the ones that I planted out in the garden not doing great. Right here I have a Jamaican sorrel plant. Each year I try my hand at growing Jamaican sorrel here in southern Ontario zone 5A climate, but this year I think I might get an harvest. So first time growing sorrel to this height, so I'm really excited. It's also called Rosalie, but we call it Jamaican sorrel. It's a hibiscus plant, and the flower from it, you can use it fresh or dried, and we made this special drink that we drink for Christmas. But I love sorrel drink any holidays. Right now in my fridge, it's summer, but I do have my sorrel in my fridge because that's how much I love sorrel. So would really love to be able to have a harvest. Even a tiny harvest would be lovely. Here beside the sorrel plant, I have more peppers. So that's the size peppers that we're getting. And I have a little worker here. Let me show you who is working here for us today. See, we have a little ladybug working. Behind here, more peppers, and all the pepper plants are looking lovely. They're either blossoming or they do have peppers on them. Beside the pepper plant in this corner of the greenhouse, I have a tomato plant. In the back here, I have some onion seeds growing, and I'm saving these onion seeds for next year harvest. Last year, I did save my own onion seeds and plant them back in spring out in the garden, and those are looking lovely. They're coming along. I harvested some for green onions, and I also have some that I am saving to see for bulb onions. More peppers here, and these peppers are some of the bigger peppers that I am growing. They're more mature. The bell peppers, they're coming along really well. Look at this size bell pepper. Let me see if I can show you guys. Look at this size bell pepper coming along really well. Behind there, we even have more. I have more nice size bell pepper coming along. So here I have a lovely one here and another one. So two nice size bell pepper. I have California Wonders and another variety of bell pepper growing. One seed I purchased at the dollar store. I think that's Keystone. That's the name. And then I have California Wonders. And I also saved some pepper seeds. So everything is going on in this little area. I have some own seeds that I saved. I have seeds that I purchased from both the dollar store and another seed company. So really excited. More peppers, more peppers, more peppers. Let me show you what's going on in the back. I have some huge peppers in the back. Haven't had any ripe peppers, so I haven't had a harvest yet, so I'm hoping to see the colors start changing. Right here, really nice lovely size pepper. I think this is the Italian Gusto pepper. So how long it is, should change color to red when it ripens. So really looking lovely. I do have another tomato plant in the back there blossoming and giving me little tiny tomatoes here. Lots and lots of blossoms. And this year I am growing the plant, as you can see, with marigold. I have more Jamaican sorrel in the back there, a little smaller than the one I showed you guys first. I have a couple more right here, so I'm really hoping for a harvest. Behind the Jamaican sorrel, I have strawberries. Haven't had a strawberry harvest this year. For one, there are some tiny strawberries, so I think because it's the first year growing, they're not growing big, and I'm having problem with the chipmunk eating the strawberries, so I'm hoping that next year I'll find a solution. Over here I have more peppers, and one observation that I did notice so far this year, in this bed here I did not plant any marigold, and I noticed how damaged the pepper leaves were compared to the other parts of in the greenhouse here where I have marigolds growing. So one thing to take note of for next year, the peppers here, they're coming along, they're blossoming and giving me small peppers. But the big difference is with the peppers from this bed is how damaged the leaves are. So still watching, still making my observation. I do believe that it's because I have the marigolds growing over there with the other pepper plants, why They're not damaged. They're looking healthy. No damage to the leaves. While over here where I just have peppers growing, I did have some garlic in here, and then I planted peppers between them. But other than that, they're damaged. All the pepper trees leaves in here are damaged, and the ones over here. Let me show you what's going on with over here. So I think that's something that I should take into consideration next year. So look at the leaves of the pepper plants over here. No damage to them. Look at them. So I'm just thinking maybe it's because if the marigold, why I didn't have any damage to the pepper plants leaf. So that's something for me to take into consideration next year when I'm making use of the space that we do have here in the greenhouse. There you have it, our July greenhouse tour. Stay tuned for the greenhouse harvest for this growing season. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please subscribe as we continue to grow and eat what we grow. All the best. Take care.